Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I am Cody, the founder of Montarbo Skincare, always here to help you have the most healthy, glowing, and gorgeous skin, regardless of your age, concern, or budget. And I got my ride or die with me today.
Crystal.
You guys remember Crystal, the fabulous Crystal. She's in her amazing pink, what is this?
Brand color
outfit.
Just representing
So cute.
the lotus.
You look great.
Thank you.
Guess what today is? Today is Crystal's
Thursday.
birthday.
Just kidding.
It's her birthday. How old are you?
31.
Doesn't look a day over 20, girl.
It's all the products.
Montarbo Skincare. Sure. No, not genetics.
Well, a little bit of that, but I can't rely on that forever, so I have to actually do work now to keep it up.
Your skin looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I thought today I don't have anything on my skin right now, so it probably looks a little shiny. I did a little moisture before I left the house and wanted to just have my skin kind of bare so you can see it. Kind of what I'm not dealing with. I actually feel really good about my skin right now. So for the most part, my regimen's been pretty simple, honestly. Just like glow cleanser, vitamin C, peptides, mask, sunscreen, and then pads. Actually, I did the advanced cleanser last night. So I thought I would put on my sunscreen today and kind of show them a little bit like the sunscreen with the tint, why that's important. Summer's coming up, so I thought we would talk about summer skincare tips. We live in San Diego, so it's always kind of summer here.
Pretty summer. Yeah, like we get maybe 2 weather seasons and
yeah. But I think it's important because people forget that we live in a climate that's always warm, and we do peels on people all year long, and they use active products all year long, but they use them responsibly.
Yes.
Right? So a lot of people will say things like, oh, should I not use retinol during the summer because I'm more sensitive to the sun? I'm like, what?
Well, I like your analogy. You're like, do you just only pay car insurance only, one time in the year? Or do you really wear your seatbelt only, a few times? So it's a great analogy.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like the only difference is like you just up the protection. Maybe you could scale back, but I think the consistency is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing about the retin A during the summer, vitamin A, retinol, whatever you want to say. It's like if you are challenged by your skin and you stop during the summer when your skin is more oily and producing more oil, then you're just going to have a lot of breakout later in the fall. So you don't want to stop your momentum because it's always about the compounding effect of an ingredient getting into your skin deeper and more consistently. So if you stop using your active products now you might not want to be as obsessed with them, like you're going to be out in the sun a lot more this summer, but you would also just protect yourself more. You would reapply sunscreen more, or you would use maybe less active ingredients during the day and maybe repair more at night. So I think the biggest thing, I used to say this a lot years ago, I stopped saying it and I'm noticing why it's important for me to kind of continue to repeat this, and that is to reapply your sunscreen. And the main reason, do you know why?
Is it to continue to protect?
Continue to protect. When you're sweating though,
yes.
It's hot, your skin is releasing oil and sweat, and it's pushing whatever's on there out of the skin, which is sunscreen. So one of the reasons why it's important to reapply during the summer is because if you are using actives like vitamin A, yes, your skin becomes more stronger and tolerant to UV damage, but you also become more sensitive to UV damage because the top layer of your skin is a little bit more thin. So you have to just be responsible, be mindful of the active ingredient you're using during the summer, and then protect your skin even more. And how you do that is reapply.
No, yeah, that makes sense, because I remember you talking about, sometimes we wipe, we'll lay, so that we're taking off the sunscreen, so people wonder, why am I rebounding, or why does my lip seem like there's, getting pigment?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, too, about the reapplying the sunscreen during the summer is because most people won't put enough on at the beginning of the day because it's just so much and it feels like really greasy, especially to leave the house, put your makeup on, right? So I always tell people then if you're not going to do that, then you just definitely have to be applying every 2 hours during the day. So if you put enough on during the day, at the beginning of the day, then you shouldn't need to apply or reapply too much unless you're outside at the pool or the beach or being active. If that makes sense.
Right, constantly getting exposed.
Yeah.
Then that's when you know, because it'll break down.
Exactly. So these are our vitamin C's here. And a lot of people are not aware of the power and magic of what vitamin C does during the summer. It's like the thing that is like an insurance policy for your skin during the summer, besides sunscreen, because it's hydrating the skin, it's brightening the skin, and it's preventing future pigmentation. So when you use a good formula of a vitamin C like this during the summer, you're just getting an extra added layer of protection on your skin that will ward off free radical damage and sun damage. It also makes your skin stronger. It also, with continued use because of the acidity and the pH, will also start to stimulate collagen production, making your skin more plump and firm.
I like it even just for nourishing. I could just use this day and night just to hydrate.
What do you love about that one? I'm just kind of curious.
God, I love about it. I love everything. I even like how it smells. I like how it feels. I like that there's a little bit of a warmth to it.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it's doing more than laying on the surface. I love the glow that I get from it.
It's like instant too.
It's instant, and it feels really nourishing, hydrating. Like I like this almost better than a regular moisturizer. Yeah. And I like that you mentioned before that this is much like a supplement, but for your skin topically, because it has all the antioxidants and vitamins.
Yeah, because so this one has vitamin B3 and 5 in it. I put both, so the panthenol and the niacinamide with the vitamin C. So the combination of both of those plus with the propylene glycol is just extremely hydrating. That's another thing for the summer that people don't realize, is that dehydration in the skin, because you're in the heat, you're sweating more, you're more active, you're outside more, you just have a potential for your skin to develop more transepidermal water loss. And then people are also drinking and partying and just, so even more reason to hydrate the skin with something like this, or another hydration product, put more water on your skin during the summer, because a lack of water in the skin from the dehydration that occurs from just your busy life and everything causes more oil production. More oil production obviously causes acne. Also can just cause inflammation in the skin. So maybe you don't deal with acne, but you deal with pigmentation. So the heat from the sun, the temperature of the weather, being active, being outside, sweating, all of that causes more inflammation, broken capillaries, and then leads to triggering pigmentation. But if you're hydrated, your skin isn't going to have to work so hard. When your skin is dehydrated, it has to work harder to try to produce that hydration to protect basically the surface layer of your skin. So just putting hydration like our mask on, I guess this is one of my secrets. Regardless of what I do the night before, doesn't matter. 9 times out of 10, mostly 10 out of 10. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I use the bathroom, and I just put water on my face, rinse my face with water. This is as soon as I get up. And then I put a pea-sized amount of my hydration mask on.
So you're not cleansing first?
No.
So you rinse?
I cleanse before I get ready for work.
Oh, it's like you have a process. Okay.
Well, so what I'm trying to do is just put water on my skin and hydration and peptides, which this mask is just remarkable for healing anything that could have happened the night before.
Yeah.
And just will plump the skin, give you a lot more hydration. But when you use that like during the summer, especially when we first came out with it, I noticed it. The people that have a lot of acne started to use that. And I was just shocked to see when they came back in the fall, was like almost no breakout. It's like kind of crazy. Yeah, so the lack of water in the skin during the summer causes a lot of oil production, skin issues, inflammation, can lead to a lot of other things.
It's wild to think like when your skin is properly hydrated, you don't have as much issues. It seems to function the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, another little trick is if you're during the summer wanting to be mindful of actives, still use them, but don't want to have a reaction or sensitivity, hydrate your skin first, then use your active product. So hydrate your skin first with like the mask, then use our advanced cleanser, our lactic, or our pads. Mm-hmm. That will buffer it, hydrate the skin so it's more tolerant and friendlier with the acid when you use it. You'll also use less acid, it won't burn as much, and it'll penetrate deeper.
We talk about the face a lot, but we also have a lot of people concerned about like their back having scars, marks, and the same goes. So your clothing that you wear, it's not necessarily protecting you. So if to keep in mind, if you're working on your back and you're wanting to continue results, you also have to apply sunscreen there.
Yes, yeah. That's great. I'm glad you brought that up because people are misunderstanding, like if we do a back treatment, they're staying out of the sun, or they're wearing like a sweater or something long sleeve, and they think that they're not getting sun, but the UV rays penetrate fabric unless it's sun protected fabric, and only that protects it so much anyway. So you can definitely get burned and hurt your skin during the summer without protecting it with sunscreen if you do like a body treatment, for sure. I'm actually going to show you right now how I apply sunscreen during the summer to keep my shit protected, because I'm using actives every day. Okay? So I take a little bit, I put like 3 pumps in my hand at first, like this. I have nothing on, I did my hydration mask, that's it. And then I just put it in my hands like that. So I'm just trying to get a general pass everywhere. Just like a light coat everywhere.
Oh, I like that you, with the first layer, you do everywhere, the neck.
Yep, I do it everywhere. It's just to kind of like introduce the product into the skin. I get in my ears. I know I keep harping on this, but people get cancer on their ears all the time.
Yes.
So inside even, right here, behind your ears, in the back. So that was like 3 pumps. So just introducing a little bit. Now I'll go in with like another 2. Okay. And now I'm going to put some thicker here and here. And I put it right underneath my eyes. Using a white cast sunscreen like this, even though this will absorb and not leave a hardcore white cast, this will also brighten your skin a little bit. So I always recommend, even if you wear makeup every day or a tint, to make sure. Does it?
Yeah.
Right?
It looks so
like even?
dewy and yes. Well, I like that you're doing layers too, for the amount that we should apply, because I think a lot of people try to do it in one go, and it's just.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too
thick.
much.
Yeah.
Too thick.
So during the summer, I highly recommend layering different sunscreens on as well. So that's why I'm putting down the base formula first, our daily sunscreen, right? So I know I'm getting all the protection I need. And then I go in with my tint. This is the old packaging, sorry. And then I'll put, at first, 1 pump, maybe 1.5. And I'm going to do the same thing. A little all over at first. Mostly right underneath my eyes like that. So I'm just trying to blend it in.
What I try to do with sunscreen as well is I like to apply a little bit more in areas that I know the sun's hitting, like the forehead, the top of my nose, and then the driver's side too.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to do now spot treatment of covering certain areas I want to cover to make my under eyes look amazing, and a little bit of deviation of pigment on the side. So I'm going to put a little bit extra here, driver's side anyway, like this. Make sure I get it on the ear like that. Okay, I'm going to leave it a little thick like that. Now I'm going to do the other side here. And then I'm going to take a little bit like this, and I'm going to put it like a concealer underneath my eye. This. And I'll leave it a little thicker and more white. It'll absorb, become a little darker, and kind of neutralize to my skin tone. In a little bit. And put a little bit on the lids. People don't, that's the number one feedback I've heard too from this sunscreen, is they love it because it doesn't burn their eyes if it gets in it. That's not, I don't want to say that's true of all people. You should always be mindful of not trying to get sunscreen in your eyes.
But does it travel like how some may, and you know, your eyes get burny and irritated?
So see how it's gonna like kind of conceal? Yeah. I could even go thicker on days where I'm looking a little shittier. I will actually put quite a bit right underneath my eyes, and that's how I always look kind of the same tone.
Well, it almost looks instant how plumping it is from all the hydration.
Tons of hydration in both of these. Made for acne prone skin, but they are more hydrating. There's vitamin B, so it helps with like the pigment, or mostly like breakouts, red spots, acne and stuff like that too. Yeah. So.
And someone that's a little more oily, I actually like how it feels. I like the hydration, the moisturizing feeling. And for any little blemishes you may have, or post-acne marks, like I always will apply just a little for more coverage.
So, but I could just sit here and keep adding more, and it looks a little moist right now, but it'll absorb. And then if you were to wear makeup, you would put makeup over this, or you would just put some powder over this to kind of mop up some of the hydration. It just looks like a lot because I did both of them back to back, but this is what I do every day. So.
But you normally give more time in...
between each one?
Yeah, like
no.
with... oh, no? Okay.
Not with the sunscreen. No. I just get a little bit all over, and then I go in and work with the tint.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you don't have to wait necessarily for a lot of absorption. What?
Oh, I gotta share this. My dirty secret. People will literally all the time when I'm at the pool, how is your fucking skin getting better and better at the pool? Like, your skin looks better and better every time we see you throughout the day at the pool. What are you doing? So, my little dirty secret. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but if you want to just kind of blow your own mind and everyone with you at the pool or the beach, and your skin just looking better and better throughout the day, just keep reapplying the tint. Girl, it's so flawless. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Like airbrush.
Even I'm like, man, I have never looked so good. Yeah, you just keep reapplying the tint, and you're just adding more and more to it, and just makes it more and more even and flawless at the pool or beach.
That's so nice.
All right, guys, I hope this helped some tips today. We have a lot more coming. If you have any questions or want to know about anything specific about the summer or future videos, just ask us below. We'll be more than happy to create videos for you. We're just also so grateful for all of your love, your support, your ideas, your questions, everything that keeps us creating content for you to just, help serve you. So thank you for all of that and all that you do to help us in our brand. And we just love you guys so much. So
Thank you for all the feedback. And just like you said, we wouldn't know what to maybe talk about unless you ask or share so that others with the same concern can also hear it out.
yeah, so thank you guys for the part that you play in our brand. We love you so much. We'll see you soon in a new video. Bye.